Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Good afternoon. Oh, now it sounds like we have a party. Okay. I want to welcome everyone, and I want to thank you all for coming. And as you all know, this event could not take place without all of your participation and all of your sponsorship. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. We're going to start with our invocation with Pastor Cookis. So could we all stand, please? And following the invocation, it will be the presentation of colors and the Pledge of Allegiance, and God bless America.
Greetings in the name of the City of Good Neighbors. What a wonderful day. We got the best weather in all the world, and we're going to ask a blessing. We're going to invoke the presence of the Lord. Lord, we thank you once again for an opportunity to gather here for this great event. We ask your blessing on Patricia and our council. We ask your blessing on our mayor and all of the city council and all of the workers, God, on our schools and our parks and rec and all of the businesses, all of the residents, all the children. We ask in the name of the Lord a grand blessing this day. Amen. Amen. God bless you all.
For the presentation of colors, we have the Hawthorne police officers. The officers are Michael Jenks and Officer Andrew Salcido. On our veterans, any veterans in the house, join us over here, please. All of our veterans, come on up. How you doing, brother?
Hey, wise man.
How old is brother? How are you? Good to see you. Good, brother. Come on, brother.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. This year we have an added treat with the South Bay Workforce Investment Board. We are honored to have with us today to do the God Bless America, Brother Donald Curry.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the lights from above, from the mountains, through the prairies, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. mountains, through the prairies, through the ocean, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
That's a good choice. Oh, yeah, okay. Local. Oh, yeah. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. How about that? I was there like
Okay, I'm going to do the dignitaries right now. Okay. He's right there. He's a mayor from. Okay, so I would like to right now speak on all the dignitaries that are here. I'm going to mention their names real quick, and they can stand up and wave. But first, we aren't going to mention our mayor right now because someone very well-known and famous is going to introduce him in a little while. So we're going to do our Mayor Pro Tem, Alex Montero, Councilman Olivia Valentine, Councilman Mike Toledo, Councilman Haydar Awad, elected officials, Mayor Tasha Sedera from City of Gardena, Mayor of Inglewood, where the Rams and the Chargers are, Mayor Jim Butts. And we have retired mayors Brian Campbell from Rancho Palos Verdes and retired Mayor Guy Hawker from Hawthorne. And we have from Centinela Valley Union High School District Board members is Dr. Daniel Ureta, Board President, Hugo Roas, Second Vice President, Ms. Casandina, Board Member, Gloria Ramos, Board Member, Dr. Gregory O'Brien, he's the king, one of the kings of Hawthorne. Where, he didn't stand up? Oh, way back there. Okay, Superintendent for the Centinela Valley School District. And then we have our mayor from Lawndale, who's our neighbor, Robert Pullamiles. Where are you? And we have Mina Smitsa, who's the city clerk in the city of Gardena. We have the Hawthorne School District Board of Trustees, Ms. Aguilar, Board President, Dr. Eugene Crank, Vice President, Mr. Bravo, Board Member, Ms. Chapa, Board Member, and Dr. Helen Morgan, our queen of Hawthorne, the superintendent for the Hawthorne School District, Donald Deere, board member of the West Basin Water District, and Gloria Gray gives her regards, but she had to be out of state. And there's a couple more that we'll introduce shortly. And then we have Clint Asoro, city manager for the city of Gardena. We have the LA County Fire, Anthony Dixon. We have LA County Fire Local 1014, Lou Carreri, am I saying it right? Kirk Kobler from the LA County Fire. Jesse Gonzalez from the Local 1442, and Mike Stratter from 1442. We also have Michelle Chambers, the city councilwoman for Compton. And then I want to introduce our board members for the Hawthorne Chamber of Commerce. Will our board please stand up? Our board members. And as you can see how beautiful your tables and everything looks in here, that's because it's been decored and beautifully set up by Nelson and Adia Nelson from Advanced Party Rentals. Where are they? Somewhere in here. And of course, we can't forget our Chief of Police for the city of Hawthorne, Chief Mike Ishii. And for our committee that put all this together, I could not do it by myself. Our committee was Vaughn, who runs this park and rec. Vaughn, where are you? There you are. Okay, Cheryl Singh, Cheryl. There you go, way back there. Dawn Harris from Republic Services. Stand up, girl. Okay. And Rebecca with the city of Hawthorne. Where is she? Okay. And Sharice Baker. It's also her birthday today. Happy birthday. Okay, and then we have someone special who's running for LA County Supervisor. It's Herb Wesson. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to serve lunch, and as we're serving lunch, there's going to be a video that's going to be shown in a few minutes. So what I want to do is I want to be able to let you know who our diamond sponsors are, and we have plaques for them, and I'd like them to come up to the stage. So the first diamond partner is the California Water District. California Water District. Where is our photographer? Did he leave?
He's eating lunch.
He's eating?
He's eating.
Okay, we'll take pictures afterwards. Oh, here he comes. How you doing?
Good, how you been?
Oh, good, thank you.
Who's actually getting a plate? Holding Katie.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And our next one is Clear Channel.
Appreciate it. I did. I said hi.
Okay.
Yeah, I said hi.
Okay, thank you. Our next one is Kaiser Hospital. So elegant.
We have our whole team. Two more, come on, get it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you. Southern California Gas Company.
Is there a picture?
Yeah. Thank you. The Vela Group. Vela Group. Not here? Okay, and and Ring. You know when you ring your doorbell? Ring. We'll hold up this plaque that I'm going to send you. Okay. Thank you. Those are our diamond sponsors. Our gold sponsors are Active Security Solutions, Chevron Products Company, City of Hawthorne, Golden State Water Company, Hawthorne Auto Square, Hawthorne Community Television, Republic Services, Southern California Edison, U.S. Tow of Hawthorne. Those were our gold partners. And our silver partners are Imperial Projects, Nelson and Nadala Injury Accident Lawyers, South Bay Ford Lincoln, South Bay Workforce Investment Board, And now our bronze sponsors are Active Enterprise, Centinela Hospital Medical Center, El Camino College Business Training Center, Eleanor Belco Electric, Guy Hawker Realtors, Hawthorne Chief of Police, Hawthorne Education Foundation, Hawthorne Municipal Employees Association, Hawthorne Police Officers Association, Kiwanis Club of Hawthorne, Martinez Landscape, Parkwood Landscape, South Bay Association of Realtors, South County Labor, and Earth Cafe. That's our bronze sponsors. And our in-kind sponsors are Advanced Party Rentals, Bell Events, Common Space Brewery. If you tasted that beer in there, that comes from Common Space Brewery. I heard it's real good, so you need to stop by and get some. And Custom Copy and Print. Let's give everyone a hand. And can we dim the lights? We're going to start our video. Yes, of the city of Hawthorne with our mayor.
Three, two, one. We have a name brand, a cafe shop restaurant here in the city of Hawthorne that everybody's been looking forward to.
Earth Cafe serves exclusively organic coffees and fine teas, breakfast and lunch items, as well as pastries too. Their coffees, teas, and many of the ingredients they use are all imported from all over the world to create the items they sell.
This is our culinary epicenter. We do all the baking, all the cooking, roasting coffee from all over the world right here, and the cafe as well.
It's like a hidden gem, but it also shows where Hawthorne's gonna be in the next couple of years too.
2, 3!
We are celebrating the grand opening of Hobby Lobby, the nationally known store which has crafts and home goods, furnishings.
And everyone that's been in there already so far says it's absolutely beautiful, so I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Hobby Lobby opened 54 stores in 2018 and expects 65 more in 2019.
Burlington stores celebrated the grand opening of their 35,000 square foot retail space.
We are so proud to have a Burlington store in Hawthorne.
This is a beautiful location for a great store. I think that Burlington is going to do terrific here.
Very excited to be part of this community. We've hired over 90 associates from the nearby area and almost all Hawthorne.
Located at the Ocean Gate Plaza, they offer great values at amazing prices.
We have a variety of merchandise that everybody can appreciate and at affordable prices.
We have all kinds of products, so from Baby Depot, which includes strollers, we've got tons of home and home decor.
Medici celebrated their grand opening with city officials, dignitaries, and many others.
It is a fantastic pizza, pasta, salad, amazing appetizers concept that I think the residents of Hawthorne are going to love.
The authentic Neapolitan pizzas are famously known for chewy, crisp dough, topped with fresh, natural, high-quality, mostly non-GMO ingredients.
The fact that they actually use the wood fire dome to bake the pizzas instead of a regular oven.
Menu items also include appetizers, fresh salads, desserts, including their famous Nutella calzone, all which can be ordered for customers to dine in or take out.
It's just basically topping off a great year of grand openings that we've had here in the city of Hawthorne.
Tesla also partnered with a dual-branded hotel, adding superchargers in the parking lot to charge Tesla vehicles for visitors and hotel guests.
This is the first step because, we want to go green.
City officials say they hope that these charging stations are just the first of many to be added in the city and are expecting more businesses to open in the upcoming year.
More than 100 families from around Hawthorne came together to enjoy the festivities at the Hawthorne Memorial Park.
We have the Bunny Breakfast, which has been combined with the Service Provider Fair and the Earth Day Fair.
The kids got a chance to have breakfast with the bunny. We've got the Service Provider Fair. We've got so many service providers here.
I'm just having a wonderful time. It's so good to come together The spirit of love and community was in the air at the Hawthorne Senior Center. As one of the songs suggested, those that were out on the floor danced like there was no one but them, with a magic that must be love.
I was doing the shuffle and everything.
The Recreation and Community Services and Senior Citizen Commission held their 4th annual Senior Citizen Resource Fair.
We have people here for housing to let our seniors know about that. We have people here for medical needs. We have people taking their blood pressure, their glucose. There's assistance for them.
Parents, friends, and family were at Hawthorne Memorial Park to cheer on the young athletes as the Youth Futsal League begins.
This league is going to run for 8 weeks continuously up until the week before Thanksgiving.
It's time for Dodger Baseball Youth Edition, as the RBI program made its return to Hawthorne.
The RBI program is basically an initiative on behalf of the LA Dodger Foundation to bring back baseball to the inner cities, or just in general in areas where baseball is not a popular sport.
The city did it for the first time this year. They have some activities for the kids to play, some carnival games. They're doing pictures for the teams. So it's just kind of a fun way to kick off the season. We're bringing kids that have never played the sport, have never had a glove, giving them an opportunity to play.
Everyone gathers at Betty Ainsworth Sports Center to watch their young athletes play as the City of Hawthorne's Youth Basketball League gets underway.
This is one of the things that we want to support is our community. Our basketball program not only supports the community, but also supports lives. This is our grassroots community. We start you out, and where you end, it's the sky's the limit.
The event was completely free for residents to properly dispose of sensitive documents and materials that need to be recycled.
You bring your paper to be shredded live on site. You can come get as much compost as you can take, and then bring your electronic waste to be recycled.
Well, it's an yearly event that we have in our city. It's for low-cost rabies vaccines, low-cost microchips, and you don't have to live in our community. We always want is people to go ahead and make sure, microchip your dogs, give them all the vaccines that they need in order for them to have a healthy pet.
It's great for the community and for our pets. It gets people out there to get them shot and vaccinated. It's really good for everyone.
Within minutes, the Memorial Center was filled with creatures of all kinds, from the most creative to the creepiest.
I could bring the kids to a safe place where they could just walk around and run around, and I won't have to worry about any type of weird things happening.
Happy Halloween! Here at the Memorial Center, it's still snowing, giving families the winter wonderland they've been dreaming of.
It just makes me want to sleep in it.
Once she hit the slopes, sleeping was the last thing on her mind. Kids and families alike all came together for one purpose.
I've never been in the snow. They haven't.
And there are those who may never have gotten the chance to see a very special guest coming through in style. And as he made his way to his seat, rows of kids lined up just to get their one last request in.
We've been a partner with LA Galaxy from the very beginning. We were responsible for talking them into this great idea, and they joined with us as a partnership, and we were able to bring a safe space for our kids to come and play soccer.
Lieutenant Ty Getz and Detective Kenny Craig came up with the idea to help community members have a better chance of landing a job and created the job interview workshop.
We certainly just wanted to help, and it really started as a grassroots program. We'll see what would happen, and as in anything, a great idea. You know, this has been a tremendous success, and it's very gratifying for us to see so many young men and women come through, and many of them get jobs.
HPD, residents, and many organizations from the community spent the evening together for National Night Out.
The police are here to protect and serve, and having events like this builds relationship between the community and the police, and that's essential because if you want to protect and serve someone, you have to know who they are and have a relationship with them.
There's a lot of people, lined up for the food, lined up for the games, and lined up to just meet their neighbor. Everybody just mingling, and it's a great event. I'm really excited.
HPD's Community Affairs Unit invited all residents to join them for popsicles in the park.
We're handing out popsicles along with various flyers to the different events we host.
The popsicles were handed out to anyone who stopped by their mobile command post.
It's nice to see the kids out here having a good time, and they see us as being normal people, not just police officers out there enforcing laws. They come up to us, they ask us questions about why we do this, what our main focus is, and we just try to, show them, hey, we're regular people too.
Hey, good morning to you. We took over the place.
The 4th annual National Coffee with a Cop Day kicked off, and there was no better location than the McDonald's where this all began.
It's going to be held in about 1,400 different agencies around the United States and around the globe, believe it or not. So it's a pretty amazing program where officers come out and meet the citizen on very neutral grounds, and we talk about whatever they want to talk about.
Others received a big surprise as they drove up to the window to receive their order.
So how's your day going so far? Can't complain.
We sit over coffee and we discuss issues. And I think that's the root of problem solving, is sitting down with someone who may have a different view, that may even have a better idea about how we should do our job.
This is the 5th year the Target Foundation and law enforcement have partnered with the child in the community. And the hope is to brighten their holiday by buying a few of their favorite things at the Hawthorne Target.
That's the bad one and this is the good one. Shopping with a police officer made my day today.
Wow, what a great video. Really a testament to what a thriving city Hawthorne is. Good afternoon. I'm Denise Campos, and I am with SoCalGas. And it is our pleasure to support the state of the city once again. And as a company that provides energy to heat homes, cook meals, fuel businesses, and more for over 150 years, it's important for us to give back to the communities where we live and work. And it's an exciting time for the energy industry as well. SoCalGas's vision is to be the cleanest natural gas utility in North America. We are committed to delivering affordable and increasingly renewable energy to our customers. And who are our customers? Nearly 22 million of you, being serviced across nearly 6 million meters in Southern California. The challenge for air quality affects all of us. It's the air we breathe every day. And we want to be part of the solution to deliver a 21st century energy system that works for all Californians. A 21st century energy system should have 4 components. It should be clean, it must be reliable and resilient, and it must be affordable. Renewable gas, both renewable natural gas and hydrogen, hold a promise to be part of the nation's future for both power and gas. Why renewable gas is important to getting to clean in a 21st energy system. First, renewable natural gas is when we're capturing the methane, which is our largest source of waste in the state that would have normally gone into the atmosphere. We are capturing that methane and putting it in our pipelines to fuel the gas that we all use. And so by that, we are going to have the cleanest system across North America. And then there's hydrogen. How many of you have heard of hydrogen or hydrogen cars? Okay. It's an energy-dense gas, but not a greenhouse gas. And with power-to-gas technology, hydrogen will provide renewable electricity solutions that batteries just can't provide yet. Last and anything but least on the role of green gases and getting to a clean 21st century energy system is existing infrastructure. Much of the infrastructure to support greenhouse gases already exists. SoCalGas alone has 100,000 miles of it. We need to leverage our existing infrastructure, and it can be repurposed. That is not to say that on occasion infrastructure hasn't been abandoned. Think of the red car system. Maybe we should have kept that. In our minds, to deny customers access to the gas infrastructure system is to deny them access to the future. The pursuit of affordability is also important, especially in a state where affordability is the #1 topic around every kitchen table. Our vision is to be the cleanest gas utility in North America, delivering affordable and increasingly renewable energy to our customers. Working collaboratively, we can deliver on that vision. Our 22 million customers are counting on it. Now, I'm going to shift gears and introduce our next special guest. Jeffrey Prang has been the 27th assessor for the County of Los Angeles since 2014. Mr. Prang was born in Detroit and raised in Michigan and is a graduate of James Madison College at Michigan State University with a BA in International Relations. Professionally, Jeffrey Prang is a State Board of Equalization licensed appraiser and is a member of many prestigious organizations. He also has experience having served as a city manager for the city of Pico Rivera, senior advisor to the county sheriff, deputy to the State Board of Equalization, and many other items on his resume. Mr. Prang has served nearly 18 years as a council member for the city of West Hollywood, including 4 terms as mayor. With that, it is my pleasure to welcome your next special speaker, County Assessor Jeffrey Prang.
Thank you so much, Denise. Of all the introductions I've had in my life, that one was the most recent. It's Alex. It was very nice, thank you. Alex asked me to be here. He says, I need somebody who could add a little bit of excitement to this luncheon. He said, how about the county property tax assessor? I was his second choice, though. He was really hoping for the mosquito abatement commissioner. But I guess I will have to do. But I'm here to, I'm thrilled to be here once again, the great city of Hawthorne with your outstanding mayor, your mayor pro tem and city council members, your city clerk and treasurer. Thank you for your kind hospitality. I was asked to introduce the man who has been called by some the smartest mayor in California and the favorite son of Hawthorne Mayor Alex Vargas, who will be presenting the State of the City address. Now, everybody in this room knows Mayor Vargas, and they should. But many of you may not know who I am or what the assessor does, but you shouldn't feel bad because nobody knows what the county assessor does. Let me assure you that I am not here to collect your taxes. The assessor does not collect taxes. There's another guy, he has a really intuitive title. He's called the tax collector. My job is simply to assess the value of your property, and let me share with you that the growth here in the city of good neighbors is robust. There's been a 5.4 growth in the assessed value of properties for the last 2 years in Hawthorne. In 2018, the combined value of all taxable property was $1.8 billion. And in 2019, that grew by $500 million to $8.6 billion, spread over 13,000 properties, commercial and residential. The total countywide growth was just over 6%, so as you can see, Hawthorne is moving and growing at a very robust level. In fact, the 29 assessment roll for the entire county crested near $1.7 trillion, which generates about $17 billion in property taxes, which go into public services such as schools and municipal governments. And I know that every superintendent and administrator and a school board member and city council member is hoping that the number that we deliver will be reflect well in their budget. Now, there's a reason why Mayor Vargas has been called the smartest mayor in California. We all know, or at least we should know, his academic prowess with both undergraduate and master's degrees in physics. But perhaps some of you don't know, or maybe you do, that he started in the aerospace industry doing advanced work in laser and optic programs at Hughes and Raytheon Corporation. Most recently, Mayor Vargas has been testing communication components in satellites under space environmental conditions. Is it any wonder that Elon Musk has SpaceX and the Boring Company here in the city of Hawthorne, where they're growing strongly? When you start discussing the need to increase the speed of tunneling to decrease traffic, or how reusable rockets will change space travel, I think we all agree that we want Mayor Vargas in that conversation. So I think we all know that Hawthorne, down through the years, has survived some pretty challenging times, but Mayor Vargas and his colleagues on the City Council, along with a very capable administration, has helped steer the city toward a much brighter future. He's developed a strong working relationship between the Chamber of Commerce and the city. He has worked tirelessly to bring jobs and business investment to the city. He's reached out to small businesses, providing them with the necessary resources for survival and success. He organizes brainstorming sessions with residents to help solve problems. He is ultimately a conscientious public servant who puts the needs of the community, its residents and its businesses first. Clearly, Hawthorne is a city on the move, and all economic indicators point to a bright future for this community, of which we are about to hear more. And this is due in no small part to the dedicated, hardworking leadership of your city officials and city employees, led by your very able mayor, Alex Vargas. We're eager to hear his report on the state of the city, so without further ado, let me introduce the mayor of the city of Hawthorne, the Honorable Alex Vargas.
How's everyone doing out there? You guys on a full stomach? Good. Well, I'm glad that moving this program along. One of the things that we heard last year is that, it took a little while to get to this point. And by this time, I want to make sure you guys are here listening to all the great news that we have. I want to thank LA County Assessor Jeffrey Prang for his friendship, personal friendship to the city of Hawthorne, and all the great work that he does doing his job honorably, respectfully. So you have our support. We want to see you in your seat for a very long time. So thank you very much. Thank you all for being here today. There's a lot of great news to report, and it's great to see a lot of business owners, residents, elected officials, and stakeholders from our community here to hear this great news. There's a lot of things to talk about. There's a litany of successes that we have. I'll try to breeze through them as we get to them. But I wanted to thank Patricia Donaldson, first of all, and the Chamber of Commerce, and her volunteers that helped as well. We can all agree that the food gets even better and better every year, so I hope there's still some of the beef still available for after. And I want to recognize my family. Some people said, hey, what about your family and what's their connection to Los Angeles, the South Bay? So I just want to take a little brief moment to kind of just give you a little background as to my family. My family has been here in LA since the 30s, part of the Bracero program. When a lot of the Americans, Native Americans from America, went off to war, to the army, they needed people to come and work. And so they recruited a lot of people from Mexico. And my family worked here in the Bracero program in agriculture. They were here, they went back and forth and provided for their families. And my mom's family was here since the 30s, right? Up in Napa Valley, working the agriculture up there. My dad's family was in Mexico. They came in the 40s as well. Pretty soon, they went back and forth a couple times and ended up coming back. My dad was going to be actually a Catholic priest, so he was in the seminary. But for reasons unbeknownst to myself, he decided to come out of seminary, move back with his family here in LA. And when he got out, one of the first people knocking on the door as a new, you know how sometimes the government works, they saw a new citizen in the United States and they drafted him for the Vietnam War. So he went, served a couple of years, came out, started working for Pan Am, was a member of the local Teamsters union for all his career at Pan Am. And as part of that, my dad was able to travel back and forth to Mexico with standby tickets, right? Some of you who are familiar with airlines know that you can do that. And on one of those trips, my dad went back to Mexico, and he met a young teacher from the hometown, Zamora, Michoacan, in central Mexico, which is my mom. And he ended up asking her to marry him, and they came back over here to LA to live. So how was that connected to Hawthorne? Is that they were homes, searching for homes. They were looking in Torrance, they were looking in El Segundo, Lawndale, Gardena, all around, Lenox, even Inglewood. So they decided on Hawthorne. They thought that this was going to be the place that they could raise their family. It was safe, it's beautiful, and it's still beautiful, and we're making it even more golden as we speak. So I really want to thank my mom, my dad, for raising my brother Jerry, my sister Martha, and my brother Johnny here in the city of Hawthorne. So I love you guys. Thank you for all your support, Mom and Dad. And I also want to recognize my sister-in-law Jessica and my brother-in-law Chris and my nephew Adrian, and my brother John's having a baby pretty soon, a baby girl, so we're looking forward to a new addition to the family. I'd like to introduce our City Council team. So as I call your name, please stand up so you could be recognized. Mayor Pro Tem Alex Montero. Mayor Pro Tem Alex Montero has experience in nonprofit and government work, and he's able to look for grants that the city can benefit from. So his expertise in that area benefits us very, very much. Councilwoman Olivia Valentine. The councilwoman has a legal background. She used to work as a lawyer for the FAA, and she brings that legal sense. So she helps us dot our I's and cross our T's when it comes to resolutions and ordinances. So thank you so much. Councilmember Haydar Awad. As owner of his used car dealership with his dad and his family, he's able to bring that business sense to the city of Hawthorne and able to help us determine how we can economically prosper. So we appreciate you for your efforts and your contribution. Councilmember Mike Talleda. Very recently, he showed us a newspaper clipping about how his family immigrated from Cuba during the Castro regime and all the things they were doing over there. It was inhospitable, so they came over here, and as a result of this country welcoming him with open arms, he's a proud American, and he supports our veterans. So thank you for your support from the City Council and your contribution as well. We want to make sure that he comes back and gets elected in November. So let's give it up for him. City Clerk Paul Jimenez, is he here? Okay, City Clerk Paul Jimenez may not be here, but he sends his regards. He's a college professor, college counselor. He works in our city clerk's office, and we have not seen a level of interaction with the LA County Registrar as we have now, and an outreach from the city clerk's office. So we want to thank Dr. Paul Jimenez for that. City Treasurer David Patterson, there he is. City Treasurer David Patterson is strong in finances, and he's made sure to look through all the warrants that we have, all the purchases, all the revenue that we have, and has given us suggestions on how we can invest our money and improve the revenue that we receive through our investments. So we thank you for your business expertise, sir. So at today's State of the City, I'm happy to report that the city continues to grow and prosper and succeed in many ways. Although the city has made tremendous progress over the last year, the city is still on a journey to improve our general fund reserve. As of today, our general fund revenues are nearly $78 million and is on track, and the city's operating balance is nearly 6 times the amount it was 5 years ago. So that's 6 times what it was. So that's a big success. And I thank my city council leadership, and I want to thank Arnie Shodbear, who is not here. Arnie Shodbear, we've got to really thank the guy because he pours his heart out for the city and make sure that the city succeeds, that there's no funny business going on, that everything's being done right. And right now he couldn't come because he had a commitment for a board meeting for one of our organizations that we have that benefit the city, that he did not want to break that commitment. So we respect and honor him because he's always thinking about the city first. I want to thank all of our employee groups for their sacrifices. The city has successfully emerged from a rough patch and is enjoying the fruits of some serious belt tightening. And our employees, we want to thank you for all your hard work. In light of the fact that the city is still operating on a skeleton staff, we appreciate their dedication. Despite the decrease in the city staff, the city continues to provide excellent service to the entire community. And I would like to thank all of our employees in the city for your efforts. So I want to ask all our city employees to please stand so we can recognize you. All our city employees. So now I'd like to turn to our Hawthorne Police Department. Our very own Hawthorne Police Department continues to make a huge impact on our community, handling 44,000 calls for service, 44,000 calls, and handles an additional 47,000 incidents. So that's a lot of calls and incidents to cover. Crime rates across the city continue to fall in 2019, so that's always good news for any community, with the residential burglaries dropping around 35% from where it was a year before. So that's a big step in the right direction. The police department continues to address the issues surrounding homeless and mental issues. There's a big effort dealing with the homeless in LA County and California. It's been in the news, the federal news even. So we want to thank our Community Improvement Task Force for what they do. This team consists of a police department metro unit, county mental health clinicians, code enforcement, public works, and other city departments that work together. They get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go look around for people who might be homeless in the encampments and make sure it's not enforcement. We're trying to help, and we're trying to find them resources. Obviously, that we have an issue just like any other city. Every city in the neighborhood has an issue, so we want to make sure that the homeless that are within our boundaries are taken care of as well, and their services rendered to them. The task force has cleaned over 200 homeless encampments. They have enforced illegal gambling in after-hours nightclubs throughout the city. They have performed 312 code enforcement checks and evaluated and consulted over 300 people in need. And this is a joint effort between the cities of Gardena and Hawthorne through their mental evaluation team. So thank you to our team, and thank you to Gardena Mayor Tasha Cerda for being here and representing. As part of the police department's commitment to school safety, officers have conducted active shooter training, medical aid training, and traffic safety education for the faculty and students in our local schools. The department has also added an additional school resource officer in 2019. The city parks have also seen the benefit of the police department's newly introduced Safe Parks initiative. In 2019, the police department conducted over 3,200 park checks throughout the city. That's a lot, big number, with the installation of security cameras and Wi-Fi access at all major parks. The security cameras have obviously aided in our efforts. The police department now has the ability to monitor and respond to incidents real time with increased safety for our officers. The department also has other efforts that we want to recognize. For example, we have Coffee with the Cop, Facility Dog Scotty, which is all over the place, the kids love them, Ride to Live motorcycle training, the Hawthorne Force Youth Hockey Program, which continues to be active up to this day, the Power Project Mentorship Program, which is a new program helping preteen girls, and also a new program that I think is very commendable as well, which is sponsored by our police department and 2 of their officers. Free job interview workshops to help our community members be able to obtain jobs and be best prepared for their interviews. So I want to ask all our safety personnel to please stand so we can recognize you. Chief Ishii. Thank you, Chief Ishii, for what you do. You're running a great force over there. We have the best force in the South Bay. Sorry, Gardena and Inglewood. I'll go to bat for them any day. Now let's talk about public works. We have a litany of projects, so I want to give you an idea as to how many projects we have and the dollar amounts that we're talking about here. And it's credited to our wonderful Public Works Director and Interim City Manager, Arnie Schadber, and his team of department heads that know how to write grants. We don't have to hire anybody because our people know how to do it and do it right. And they obtain millions and millions of dollars to be able to fill our potholes and keep our streets paved and cleaned. For example, we have completed projects which consist of the $2 million intersection widening and traffic signal improvements at Inglewood Avenue and El Segundo. We have about $300,000 of Hawthorne Municipal Airport layout and master plan updates, $5.1 million Hawthorne Boulevard improvement plan. We're in phase 2 of that. $7.3 million of El Segundo Boulevard improvement project, so we're making sure that our major corridors are taken care of. And even $3.8 million to improve Prairie Avenue. $300,000 has a rehabilitated part of the Hawthorne Airport that needed some work. Projects that are in progress is we have a $600,000 alley reconstruction project, $350,000 Hawthorne Municipal Airport noise study and exposure map study, because we need to make sure that we know what's going on in airports, because with the increased traffic in the air, we want to make sure that our citizens, the noise level for our citizens is at a level that is going to keep the quality of life where it should be. $400,000 of storm drain inlet retrofit project, we're in phase 2 of that, and we have an ongoing $1 million general maintenance budget. So we're doing a lot of maintenance in our streets. So let's go over the maintenance statistics report from last year. 16 local streets have been repaired, which means that about 4 miles of streets have been repaired or repaved. 99,000 square feet of sidewalk was replaced in 2019. Nearly 500 catch basins were retrofitted with full capture device, making sure that trash doesn't reach the oceans and harms our nature. We have trimmed 2,200 trees throughout the city. We have removed 1 million square feet of graffiti, so thank you to our graffiti removal program. We have serviced 100 miles of sewer pipes. 300 commercial waste discharge inspections have taken place. 400 stormwater inspections have also taken place. And we have distributed 55,000 quarterly environmental newsletters to our community, making sure that we let you know what the best practices are to keep our community green. And we've also inspected over 13,000 streetlights in the city of Hawthorne. So I'm going to ask our orange shirts and their management to please stand up so we can recognize you. All the orange shirts, come on, let's see you guys. So as you saw, we had that video that preceded the introductions, and there's a lot of great news to talk about. So as I was telling some of our distinguished VIPs here, they said, oh, is it going to be the same as last year? Yeah, it is going to be the same as last year, except the names are going to change because we're constantly growing, we're constantly doing the same thing. We're growing economically. Isn't that what we want to hear? So it's going to be the same thing, constant economic growth. So we're happy about that and happy to report that we have a litany of new projects that have opened up here in the city of Hawthorne. So that's what we want to see, a move from where we were before and moving in the right direction, getting back on track. So development in our city has moved forward and with great speed. As some of you know about the FAA property that's on marine and aviation. Well, it's about 2 miles from the Pacific Ocean, so that's prime property. And it was sold recently for $55 million. So whatever President Trump said is not going to turn into a homeless building, a shelter. We're going to have some good development happening there. The federal government, though, is requiring that 260,000 square feet of office building space should be retained, as it has historical architectural significance. It's an architecturally sound building, and it has some history behind it. This site can easily accommodate another 280,000 square feet of commercial development without the need for further entitlements. So we are going to actively encourage the owners to pursue that. The city has also approved 400+ hotel rooms that are in various stages of the construction plan review process. And these 400 rooms will add to the 1,800+ hotel rooms located within the city that serves the region. This is due to an increase in hotel room demand due to the anticipated opening of the NFL stadium, the NFL headquarters, the re-envisioned forum, and potential NBA arena located 1 mile north of the city in our wonderful neighbors, city of Inglewood. So we want to thank Mayor Butts for his efforts in his city, for all he's doing to be able to bring our local region up to speed and at a level that has never been seen before. So we want to thank the city of Inglewood for that too. A new restaurant has opened up at the Marriott hotels, and that's called Medici Restaurant. They have awesome pasta, they have awesome pizza, and some of our staff have been seen over there chomping away and eating during lunch, and it's a great place to be. And as you guys have remembered me saying in previous years, one of the things that we want to do is not have to go outside of the city to celebrate a birthday, not have to go to have a meeting, to be able to do that within the city of Hawthorne. And so that's great news. We have a place to do that, and that's called Medici Restaurants, right across from City Hall. It opened in December of 2019, so make sure you guys pay a visit. Amazon's Ring headquarters office is being completed, and construction of its new 7-story parking structure has just begun. City staff is also working with local property owners in the industrial area who are considering the redevelopment, reuse, and new construction of almost 200,000 square feet of industrial space that will target emerging technologies through the provision of flex office space and warehouse space and restaurants and commercial opportunities. Of course, the next State of the City will be announcing a lot of grand openings in that area as well. Within the same area, staff has also been working with a local property owner to bring in another after 5 p.m. dining opportunity that will complement Eureka, Common Space, LA Ale Works, and this new eatery it's headquartered in a local nearby beach city, and I can't disclose the details yet, but it's certain to add to the local great flavor that we have here in the city of Hawthorne. Also, we want to recognize that we do have a luxury apartment building has about 240 luxury units. It's located on Crenshaw Boulevard, and these luxury apartments will include a high-quality architectural design, a public art program component, and will have a ground floor restaurant space to serve the area. We're very happy about that, and we want to encourage that they finish this thing up so that you guys could take a look and participate in some of their commercial opportunities that they have there and their restaurant. A few months ago, Burlington Coat Factory, as you saw, I think in the video, opened up where Toys R Us used to be. And the World Market opened up very recently. We weren't able to capture them in the video at the grand opening, but you saw the picture of its location. And it opened up where Staples closed 2 years ago. This is a sign of a very vibrant local economy that we have here in the city of Hawthorne. And as some of you remember, when you used to drive down Hawthorne Boulevard, you used to see a lot of empty lots, a lot of empty storefronts. And now if you drive down Hawthorne Boulevard, nothing's empty. So that's a great sign, and we attribute that to the great teamwork we have here on the City Council and with staff and the local businesses that have worked with us, and our Chamber of Commerce's participation as well. So I want to give it up to all those stakeholders and all their contributions for making that happen. Many of you have heard that the city of Hawthorne has Earth Cafe have their headquarters here. So they're located here in the city of Hawthorne. They also have a restaurant that's associated with them, and it's always been packed. But they limited their hours to 3 p.m. So everybody's saying, well, that doesn't do it for me. I get out of work at 5 and I can't make it. You know, I come from afar and I hear it's a nice place. So we were able to get them to open up and have their hours from 8 to 11 p.m. So now you'll be able to visit them and enjoy their great food. So make sure to pay a visit to Earth Cafe. This is great news for me because I used to play video games and I used to play Atari and everything. Atari 2600, I still have a picture where I opened up my Christmas present and it was a big 2600, really goofy glasses and everything. Konami Digital Entertainment, the famous video game developer company, is opening its 3-story software development company with a showroom on its 3rd floor here in the city of Hawthorne on Aviation. In between the 2 hotels are on Aviation. Okay, so we want to make sure that when we have their grand opening, that everybody comes and participates, and let's see if they give away free video games, okay? So I would like to conclude by saying that the state of our city is awesome. It's great, very happy, pleased, more than pleased. We are witnessing economic growth that is happening at a rapid rate for the city of Hawthorne, and we're getting back on track. 2020 holds a lot of even more greater surprises than we have already for our community, and we hope to announce many of them very soon. All this is occurring as our city government does things honestly, transparently, and efficiently for the benefit of all our stakeholders. So I want to thank every single one of you for being here and taking time out of your day. I want to thank you all for being part of this great success and your support for the city of Hawthorne. We'll see you here next year. Thank you so much.